All right, here we go. It's episode 5.
Mike is hot. No,
Yeah.
the microphone, not you.
Yeah,
You're
Mike
not-
is definitely hot.
You're not hot.
Thanks.
Okay.
Corey's okay too. I mean, you're girls like you.
I guess
Some of them do.
we'll give that to you.
Yeah.
Episode 5. We're here with a little, mini podcast, life update.
Yeah, quick banger.
Quick banger.
Yeah. We got the alcohol flowing. It's Sunday night. We both got a week ahead of us and just got to do some content. So nothing super prepared. We don't have notes. We
Nope.
don't just taking it easy and
Give an update, put something up. I think we both talked about that where we want consistency in a way, or at least to just keep the content going. If you
It's
take
more
a
important.
large hiatus or a long hiatus, then it's not going to be as effective. Or
if you're listening to this now
you're not
and
reliable.
you've seen that we have 4 other episodes. This is episode 5. I want there to be an expectation of continuance of content. I want it all to be quality,
Yeah,
but
you can check in each week and be like, oh, there's one. We know that each weekend or each Monday a person can show up, or you, the viewer.
yeah,
I know there's 0 of you, but it's okay.
that's okay.
We'll show up on Monday and be like, hey, I know I can tune in and there will be something new to update.
This is gonna be one of those things where we're gonna get till episode 40 or 50 or 60 or whatever, because we do it anyway for free, and then hopefully we get some viewers and get some sort of a fan base going that we can interact with. Because
we
want,
will.
and then
We don't just hope. We don't just hold out for it.
This is-
we are going
that's
in
our
the
plan.
direction that is the inevitability of this project for us.
and we're gonna get better at it, and then
Yep.
people are gonna go back and listen to the first couple episodes, and
Be like, what a couple of plebeians.
yeah, but people will like it because at that point they'll know us. And
Is there a definition of plebeian? Is that
Plebeian?
just,
Yeah.
Is that just like a weebo type?
no,
word?
plebeian's a word. So there, I think it comes from the plebeians and the bourgeois. That's like the Marxist, communist manifesto. So
Google says plebs.
yeah, plebs.
I typed in plebeian and it says plebs. Plebs were in ancient Rome the general body of free Roman citizens who were not patricians as determined by the census.
Yeah. And it's something to do with the bourgeois class and then the working class. These are descriptors of kind of people who owned land.
How do you spell bourgeois?
Bourgeois, it's French. It's B
You?
Uergious, bourgeois. That can't be correct, but
B-O-U.
B-O-U, okay.
Of a characteristic of the middle class, typically with reference to its perceived materialistic values or conventional attitudes. A bourgeois person.
Yep. So bourgeois values are middle to higher class, and they're the ruling class. They're the ones who have employees, and we, the people, should be overthrowing them and running it
I
ourselves.
see.
And that's what the Communist Manifesto. I've actually read it.
The anti-majority.
The majority, yeah. And the left is always concerned with having a rise up of the working class and demanding your own freedoms, which is kind of a silly topic because I think capitalism is really good about, in a free and open society, if you are smart enough, if you'll pursue to become a doctor, and then because you have a specialized skill, they'll pay you more for your services.
Right.
And if you wanted to open up your own practice, you could seek other business owners or people with good business development or acumen that can do all the stuff that you don't know how to do. And that provides value to a large amount of people. And the working class, which is people with,
Less education.
less education.
Just a regular bachelor's or less.
Yeah, a factory worker. It's a menial task that you kind of do day to day. And I don't mean to sound elitist or anything, but it's just we sort of talked about
You
this.
sound elitist.
But you
You don't mean to, but you do.
no, I'm
I
trying
know,
to describe
I'm just kidding.
reality.
It's all a matter of
You know,
fact. I don't think-
someone said capitalism is bad in my business class with a bunch of MBA students. We're in an entrepreneurship class. He kind of speaks up and says capitalism is inherently
Did you
evil.
guys crucify him?
Dude, I was the first person raising my hand going look, because I like I like thinking like communist. I like, I've read the Communist Manifesto. I enjoy other ways of thinking. I like to justify our current beliefs and is capitalism the best way? Because there's a lot of bad parts of it. And I mean,
Right.
that's why you have
Right.
Bernie Sanders and people running for president.
Yeah,
This is
looking for a change of the system, and it's good right now, but it can be better, and we can make it better, and doing this and this and this and this, and it kind of generally goes in a direction of instead of being capitalism, it's kind of like more towards a socialism
Yeah.
type of like system. And
I think the proper way to do it is to have both ideas ever discussing and fighting with each other, and we elect representatives who follow through with that. So, I mean, we elected Obama.
right. Well, we elect representatives who are representing our current belief system,
Yes.
or our current the modern day train of thought per se. And
Yeah.
I was having a discussion with someone at work today, and I was like, she's 31, I'm 29, we're both millennials, but we both have that idea of like, we're not like, we don't draw a line in the sand based on our morals, based on our moral compass, or all those different things. As millennials, we have learned that things are changing so fast, as far as technology, as far as like rights of people, for example, the LGBT community, or women, men, even, like, there's a lot of things that are just ever flowing and changing. And if you draw a line in the sand, you are, a hard-nosed person. You're not going to change your point of view. Millennials tend to think like, oh, I don't have to like have that changing point of view. Like, I can think this way, and then next month or next year or a couple years down the road, all of a sudden I just change the way. And it may not be like a radical change, but it's still the line is constantly moving, and I think that the gray area gets larger and larger, and the black and white
That's
gets
what we're
further
open
and further.
Largely, most people our age are okay with, if you like, it's a radical idea, but if you want to change your gender, it's okay if you want to. Like, that's a crazy thought. We're kind of getting rid of categories.
Yeah.
At least trying to.
Yeah, that's what I mean by the gray area. There's no longer like a stark black and white, and the gray area is kind of like in the middle. That gray area is ever growing, and that's okay. I think
It's very
society
freeing.
has to evolve that way in order to be like,
Yes.
there's no such thing as like right and wrong. It's up to like society necessarily and your community to decide.
Do you think that's because our generation has largely, like, we're the least religious generation? I mean, there's lower amount of people that identify as Christian, which is the majority of our country, obviously, for years and years and years. But our generation, people, our age group, millennials, identify the least amount in America right now. There's
millennials and Gen Z too. Like, Gen Z is even less religious than we are now too.
Yeah.
I would say it is a good portion, or a good like percentage of why society has gravitated toward that like wishy-washy, no line drawn in the sand type of mentality.
It's kind of postmodern.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot more factors. I don't know what they are, but religion is definitely a good portion of that pie, but there are other factors I think that factor in there too.
It's like everybody I talk to that's our age grew up religious, or large people that I talk to, they grew up religious.
Because you're in the South? Because we're in Orlando, and it's a very progressive
I think
city.
it's just the people I interact with. I think it's more to do with me, but it might be due to the South. Just people that I grew up, either they were religious or they were around a lot of people that were religious, but they're not so anymore. Like, they don't go to church regularly, or they wouldn't claim it. Or if they do claim it, it's kind of quiet, and it's just my personal thing. And most people are...
I swipe left on people, on the girls who have like a religious, like, if that's part of your profile, or Christian, and
but you also say good for you.
If they say it's important to me, that's something that I'm not interested in. I'm not interested in someone that is a big part of their life.
Yeah.
If it's spiritual, that's fine, because I may or may not be like looking for something spiritual, and I think that is kind of part of being a well-rounded person, is having some sort of spiritual or untangible, I guess, way of thinking and analyzing and how you approach things. But I mean, even if they were Islamic, or if they were Buddhist, or if they profess to be one particular faith, usually I'm not interested in. It's always funny because
Yeah.
like, oh, are you? I'll ask the question like, oh, you said this in your profile. You know, are you practicing?
Exactly.
And most people don't like understand what do you mean by practicing? I'm like, do you
Well,
fucking go to church and
it's
like
part of their
prayer meeting
identity.
and all that stuff? Yeah, yeah.
And so if it's a large part, if anything is a large part of your identity,
You're
not
willing.
willing.
Yeah.
You're not willing to like change your identity to fit them. You're not. That's not what you're looking for.
Right.
And if
Most
they're
people
gonna,
want to keep that a little bit vague. Like that's like second date material. It's like, oh, all right, let's get into the.
but if that's how it was, you'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm Christian, but I'm not going to put that on my Tinder profile.
Yeah,
You'd be
yeah.
cool with that. You're like, all right, yeah, that's you go to church a couple times a week, whatever, or a couple times a month.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not a driving force of like how you live your life, and
Yeah.
you know, the main navigator of what you do is based on what your religion is, and I don't know that, but that's just me personally. So.
Yeah. What should we talk about today? What do you think?
Dude, the sky is the limit. Someone laughed at that joke at work today or the other day. I was like, the sky is the limit. They're like, oh, I get it. I was like, I'm not sure you do, but sure. Laugh and joke along with me, I guess. Do you just want to do an update? It's been, 2 weeks since our last one, since we did
Last thing we did was Midsommar.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that movie at all?
I haven't thought about it, but it's come up a couple times. Like, oh, I watched Midsommar. Have you seen it? And
did you talk about the podcast? Hey, go check it out. I already have my thoughts.
I did. I said we did a podcast, but I didn't. I'm not in a position at work where I can just whip out my phone. I guess I could have, but I just didn't want to like risk being like seen with my phone. Like, hey, get off your phone, get back to work, type of thing. So I plugged the podcast. But I didn't necessarily give them
you almost gotta like
anything.
send the link and make people like set it super
hard.
easy.
It's hard. Like we're a needle in a haystack right now. Yeah. So like if I just say something, look up Kuhlman on YouTube. It's gonna be a little bit tough to find it. So
I sent out our Constantine podcast as well as another podcast I did with Joe Etienne. It was he's got a YouTube channel. It says just about anything is his podcast. He's got 6 episodes. He's a good guy. He's someone that we know. And I actually sent that to an emergency department physician that I work down here with, and he wants to start a podcast about healthcare and like current events. And so we'll see if that gets off the ground. It's gonna start 2020.
Get some traction.
Yeah,
instead of just spin in the mud and sand.
Yeah. So he's a good guy. Me and him have interacted maybe a dozen times for 5 minutes at a time each time.
Yeah. And like, it's always work related, of course.
Work related, yeah.
Not like, oh, I caught you at the bar.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Yep. I
actually catch one of the physicians that I used to go at the medical plaza here in Altamont. He is one of the guys that did like the eye surgery and stuff like that. I don't know. I guess it's medical plaza. It's just a surgery area, and he actually plays Magic on Fridays. He'll go in.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. His last
name probably don't names or whatever. Yeah, I just don't need to. Yeah.
I don't actually remember his name, sadly.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not sure it's a good strategy to like just start up new podcasts at all the time. Like
as we start up.
I know as we're doing this, but like you and me. So I actually told you this off air.
You tell me a lot of things off air.
I tell you a lot of things off air. A lot of them we're not going to repeat, but. One thing we will repeat is that like I got Twitch videos of myself because I used to do streams here and there. It was mostly about we were just on Skype playing CS:GO or something, or
you were doing StarCraft and I was just in the chat doing my own thing type of stuff.
Yeah.
You just had a video and a mic hooked up to be recorded, and you found these recordings.
And I found these recordings of us, and I was like, "Hey guys, just got done going to the bar with my friend Corey." This was like from 4 years ago. And we're going to start a podcast talking about movies and our favorite movies. And 4 years, I mean, that was... Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I've been here for 4 years, so that sounds about right, where I just moved here, I'm just getting into my job, I only know the Kuhlmans, so, it's football Sunday, let's go watch a game and get some wings and beer. And
it was just like, this has been something, it's almost like...
Your dream child, or what is it called? Brainchild?
Brainchild?
It's been your brainchild for 3 years.
Yeah, and so that's why we're doing it. We're not doing it for the views but
yes, we are.
Well, yeah, we are.
We're doing it for the views and the sponsors and the eventual self-sustaining income.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I would love to quit my job and do like a variety of things.
Yeah.
I'm in doing entrepreneurship right now, and I want to actually exercise. And number one thing they say is whatever your idea is, just go out and do it.
Yep.
And fuck it up. Like just do it badly, and then autocorrect, like self-correct.
Yeah.
Get, you know,
What's it like? Edison tried 1,000 inventions, and 1,001 was the light bulb.
The only thing you can do is just try.
Yeah.
And so I think there's multiple areas, like just building up a YouTube channel, and so making content to make a video a week, or should be more videos a week, and maybe you could add to it, or I could add to it with our own thoughts or ideas, and you just got to put it out there, and people.
So that's what we're doing now, is just kind of like recording whatever comes to mind, and we'll just kind of go until we run out of steam.
Yeah. Did you watch any movies or shows or anything?
Let's see. Since I watched Midsommar last weekend, I don't think I watched any movies.
You've been playing Path of Exile.
Started playing Path of Exile last week. Yeah, soon after we started Midsommar. So I actually got updated. I updated a few parts in the PC, which is the nice part about owning a PC. If you're a console player, sorry,
dude. I heard
you can just like change out a few components, and you're a brand new person.
Destiny, the streamer, is someone I follow. I really like him. I would love to talk to him.
Shout out!
Get me on the podcast. Get me on your stream. No, he would have no reason to talk to me.
Why? Come at it with a glass half full mentality.
All right,
and why not?
Well, I'll have to build up something. But anyway, he was saying,
don't just overhype yourself. Don't get your hopes up that you will. Just don't say that you won't.
Sure, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. I would really love to talk to, just while we're on this, like Noah Caldwell Gervais. He is a YouTuber who does video game like critiques or reviews or
That's
franchise.
The guy with the monotone voice almost that does the reviews you watch?
Yeah, he's...
I wouldn't say monotone, but every time I hear it, it's like...
There's no reason why someone like him should be popular, right? Like, I don't mean this like as a dig to him, because I love this guy. Like, I've never talked to him or interacted with him, but it just... He has like 2, 3, 4 hour long videos on like Mass Effect series or Red Dead Redemption and just all this stuff. It's like, and he just writes a script, and he's kind of a book nerd. You know, I think he would self-describe him as, he's just not like super personable, like quick edits, funny guy. But
sure, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're like ineffective in what you're doing. If he probably is more effective because he is that way, and because he's like,
I like him because he's like that.
Exactly. So I don't think the statement that you said, that like he has no business being as popular as is.
But he's found his niche. He's found his a couple thousand people that will donate to him on Patreon, me included.
How many subs does he have?
Ooh, thousands. I mean, might be hundreds of thousands.
Okay. On YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just makes video essays.
Yeah.
Comes out like once a month. Just drops them down. Lives in a van.
Oh, this is the guy that lives in a van? I thought this was the guy that is doing... I might not be thinking of the same person. He was doing the walkthrough of like Red Dead Redemption 2. And... Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was the voice. Because you told me about the guy in the RV, and I've overheard videos because you play it so loud that I can hear it through your door.
What was I saying about Destiny? Destiny said that one thing that everyone says that about PC owners, that they will buy it and then you can upgrade, but he's like, nobody ever does. And I was like,
PC Master Race.
I was like, Zeke, our friend, has, you have, I have, we all have PCs and we've upgraded them.
Yeah.
And I've had mine for 11 or 12 years, and I've just
had this PC for 11 years.
I've had it.
You upgraded this after I moved here. You built a brand new thing.
This is not a new computer. I mean, I upgraded it, but it's the same.
What components did you keep on this when you upgraded 3 years ago? 2 years ago with Zeke.
I think that's what I'm saying, is that 11 years ago, I bought myself all the parts and a case.
Right.
I think I've upgraded almost every part within there. So it's like...
Do you remember what you did 2 years ago?
Yeah. I put in a new graphics card. I put in a new motherboard. And I put in a new case.
Okay.
So everything else, and a new RAM.
So just the same power supply and a hard drive?
Yeah, power supply might be the same.
You didn't get a solid state?
I don't think I got a solid state.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had a solid state before. That's nice. You got in on the...
I'm not sure I did.
You're not on a solid state now?
I don't think so. I don't think
your computer starts pretty fast. Are you sure it's on a solid state?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, still on that 2010 tech.
I think I have the same hard drive that I've always had.
Okay. Maybe you started on a solid state,
terabyte.
and that's that's great, because I built my PC.
You keep saying that. I don't think I have a solid state.
We're gonna do some research after this.
All right.
And we'll give you guys an update on episode 6.
But I've been able to play every game I've ever wanted to at pretty much the highest graphics I've ever wanted to.
Yep.
And I just like...
And you spent less money than you would have if you had to buy like a next gen console or you know rebuilding the whole thing from the ground up.
Maybe not, because I spent $2,000 the first time I bought this, and then I put in another $800. So I probably $2.8K in my rig in its lifetime.
Over 10 years. 11, 12 years.
Yeah, 11 years, I would say. That's a guess.
And my rig is also 10 years old, but I also took parts. When I built my PC in 2009, it was not from new parts on the market. It was like, oh, I have these old parts. Let me buy these off my uncle. Put it together. I bought a new graphics card and a hard drive, I think was it. No, it was a graphics card and a CPU. Everything else was kind of like grafted together.
Yeah.
Built the rig just to play League of Legends. And I did that for 3 years.
Dude, we did that for so many years.
I kept that same build until 2 months ago. And I finally upgraded the motherboard.
You got a good deal. So Joe, our friend that we mentioned earlier, had a extra.
It's not even a deal. It was like a donation.
He just had
actually
to win.
No. As soon I'm gonna throw him some like magic cards and stuff like that. So throw him some value. Hey,
capitalism,
dude, you can't just give this card to me, dude. Like I'm not that type of person who's just gonna like take it and run with it. I'm gonna be like, hey, you gave me a favor. You did me a favor. I'm gonna return the favor. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. The thing about my back is it's actually located on my cock. That's a quote from Superbad. Dude, that might be the funniest movie of all time, in my opinion.
Superbad, huh? I heard a quote.
So.
I heard a quote from on Friday. I don't remember who it was, but someone said Superbad. So it's funny that you say that. That's twice in a week that I heard about the movie. Should probably rewatch it.
It came out at like the perfect time.
It did
for you and me.
It was slightly ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And just in time for like us millennials to like really enjoy it and really know like what was going on.
It felt like a real high school comedy movie because it didn't
it's like
feel...
a post high school movie. It's like a senior movie, like senioritis almost.
Yeah. They are ready to leave this fucking high school. We just gotta.
Well, that's true. They were in high school.
Yeah, it was senior year. And it wasn't quite that. There was a lot of like college movies that came out in the 2000s, which is interesting because that's kind of like the Gen X version of college and partying that you and me were maybe a little bit too young, but I watched all those. American Pie in 2001, I think is when that came out. Like Euro Trip.
But it's interesting because if we had been old enough to kind of like, you say too young, but if we had been old enough to like actually watch the movies and take them into perspective, we probably would not have like remembered it as well. Or wouldn't give it the milestone that it is now.
Okay.
Just because we would have not identified with it as much.
I found those movies funny, but I never identified with them. Right. Whereas Superbad, I feel like I watched it.
Were you McLovin?
Dude, I've been called McLovin by like all of Jolie's friends. Fucking call me McLovin.
It's you're white and you're wearing glasses.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, they're a bunch of Hispanics. They're like, oh, he's and like they mean it nice, but I'm like, what the fuck? Like he was a dork, dude. He was.
You identify him as a dork, but they just identify him
as a white McLovin. Nerd. Yeah. Chicka, yeah. McLovin.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude. Oh, what the fuck? That and I thought Hangover was funny.
Yep.
It was pretty good. I thought at the time Knocked Up was a good one.
I agree.
And then better than each of these, Pineapple Express.
I'd put it on par with the rest. I wouldn't say it's better.
Dude, Pineapple Express is fucking hilarious.
The end was kind of like, meh.
I just had good friends around me in high school while we were watching that we would quote it to each other.
That's what that movie almost requires.
Yeah.
Is like, you don't just watch that movie by yourself
no.
while you're stoned or whatever. Like, you watch that with a group of people, you're laughing, you're carrying on while the movie's going on. You don't have to catch every scene.
Yeah, you're getting up, you're walking out, you come back, what happened, whatever.
There's no cinematography element. There's nothing like super deep about that movie. It's just laugh and giggle and carry on and have a blast with your friends.
What do you think about Judd Apatow, the director? You know his type of movies that he's made? Are you aware of these?
No.
I if you showed me a movie, I could just tell it's a Judd Apatow movie.
Okay. What else has he done? Is it
so The Big Sick?
You're talking Pineapple Express, right?
So I know the Knocked Up was a Judd Apatow movie. Okay. I don't think Pineapple Express was.
Okay.
Let's see, the one with Adam Sandler. where he's kind of like an older comedian, and then Seth Rogen kind of follows him around. He's kind of a budding comedian, and he has
I didn't see that
Adam
one.
Sandler has cancer. It was a real famous one. Funny People.
I didn't see that.
Okay, so Funny People's worth watching. Let's see, Knocked Up, Funny People, The Big Sick. He's made a couple series. Like I actually like it on Netflix. Love.
Not familiar with that either.
It's a funny show. You've seen me watching it.
Love.
And then we started to watch another series. It was like it's on HBO now. It's about a comedian crashing. And so he's been an executive producer on that. He's got a certain style of comedy. Are you looking it up? Love?
Yeah, I'm looking up Love with Adam Sandler. Or it doesn't.
No. It's not with Adam Sandler.
Oh.
So Love on Netflix. Just type Love Netflix. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely never seen this.
It's worth watching if you want something to binge.
Paul Rust, Jillian Jacobs. Jacobs from Community.
She's a cutie.
She's a cutie.
Good actress too. Very,
Oh, sure. Yeah. That's the subtopic.
Yeah,
there.
there's-
Cutie, but also a good actress.
That's horrible. Whatever, dude.
Top 10.
Yeah, you got a list.
I'm surprised you don't have a list. As often as I said that I've had a list of it's just a running list of top
Like hot
10
actresses?
Yeah, top 10 celebrities that I find physically attractive.
Yeah, I would say Jessica Alba 2006.
That's
right.
I'm not sure that works, my friend.
What do you mean that doesn't work?
You gotta
It's got to be
have-
current always?
Yeah. If she gets to a certain age range,
She's
that
a mom
no
now. She's
longer
in her late
attractive,
30s.
then she's off your list.
It's like Mila Kunis when she was doing That 70s Show.
Too
Ooh.
young for me.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to think of Mila Kunis when she's still cute, but like when she was like 30 a couple years ago, it was the best time. I always thought Charlize Theron super attractive. Charlize Theron?
Charlize Theron, yep.
Yeah. Super like
I agree.
I would say
agree.
in like Hancock. Remember that movie? I think it was 2008.
Yeah, with oh no.
Fresh Prince of Bel. I know what it is.
Oh no.
It's so easy.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone
I can picture
listening.
his face. I can picture
Everyone
his
listening.
child. Damn it.
Everyone listening knows exactly
Will
who the
Smith.
fresh.
Oh, we got
God.
it. Got it.
Took him a
Dude,
minute.
my top 4 right now. Oh, I have 6 names on here. Allison Williams.
Who's Allison Williams? I'm getting a drink.
Uh,
Podcast. I'm getting a drink. Unprofessional.
Allison Williams. She is the girl from. Have you ever watched Girls
Dude, I know the girl from Girls. She's not that attractive.
on HBO? No, no, not
Not the main one.
not the main character. No, her best friend. You want a picture?
Yeah.
We'll
sure.
throw this picture up on the podcast.
Oh, are we? Are you gonna do it? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's you gotta
So,
type.
She's in my top 10. Vanessa Kirby. She's in. Have you ever watched The Crown?
No, but I'm meaning to.
That's
Oh,
the
wow.
Queen's sister.
Yeah. No, she's very cute.
Alicia Vikander.
I thought you would say Olivia Munn.
Oh,
by
Olivia
now.
Munn's on there.
Olivia Munn, and then you also like Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
Who's this?
Alicia Vikander.
What's she in? I hope this is interesting that people just like who we find hot.
I also have Margot Robbie on here.
Oh, Margot Robbie's
Olivia
beautiful.
Munn.
Margot Robbie's like
and Emma
29.
Watson. Yeah.
Like young actress, relatively like she's got a long career ahead of her, and she's already been in like everything.
Yep.
She played in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Great role. As it
Turns out she doesn't have any.
well, just let's not spoil anything, but it's like she
We
was
are not a spoiler.
We're not
free.
We're gonna review that movie too, but I don't want you to. I don't want you to fear that
I
our
almost
podcast.
said when we said episode 5, I was like, okay, guys, look forward to episode 10. I was like, wait, we don't even have ideas of what we're gonna do for episode 7.
We didn't have an idea before we sat down and did this one.
These people are so bored right now. What are these guys going on
I
about?
hope not. I hope not. You click off this one, watch the next one. I don't care, dude. Like, we're providing good content. We're trying here.
We think so.
That's really what it's got to come down to.
It literally is.
Olivia, and then you like Emily Blunt.
Yes.
She's beautiful. Isn't she married to Jim from The Office?
Yes, she is.
Good for him. His
Lucky
career.
guy.
Yeah. Jack Ryan season 2 just came out.
Lucky guy.
Yeah.
Dude, he will forever be on The Office, and anything else after that is like, wait, he's trying to take on a serious role? What is this, Jim Carrey? Get out of here.
I love Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I do too.
I watched Liar Liar the other day.
Yeah, I saw it.
Super entertaining.
Did you get inspired to watch it because of the podcast you've been listening to?
This podcast, just the fact that you and me are planning on reviewing movies that we love, makes me want to go back, and it just ignites my fire to watch content and come up with why I like it, almost like a justification, because I'm going to have to be speaking about it. So not every movie I watch, I go into it, but I kind of go with the same feel. Like we're probably never going to review Liar Liar, a comedy movie from the 90s.
Don't knock it until you try it, dude.
But
you are such a glass half empty man.
No, I'd just like to say
glass
no to
is not half empty yet, and you're always glass half empty mentality.
My glass is pretty full right
Yeah,
now.
it is. You better be careful with that one.
I'm not going to spill it. Better drink it.
See, I take the opposite approach. Like, if I'm going to watch a movie, I'm watching it for my enjoyment.
Yeah.
I'm not taking the analytical approach until the two of us have come together and be like, hey, this is the movie that we're going to talk about on our next podcast. All right, let me do some prep. Let's read up on the director. Let's see, try to get some basic facts. Watch the movie, try to take notes, do a little post notes, and then we do, the podcast. But I'm not like watching a new movie trying to be like, oh, is this movie I can think about with the podcast? Is there some words, some unique perspective that I can give on this movie? That's just not how I approach it. I want to go in like almost vanilla, like knowing nothing, and see how I enjoy the movie, because that's going to play into whether or not I actually think that the movie is worth giving our attention to. It's
not extra work for me. It's like
you do it at the same time. You enjoy it and enjoy the analytical part of it. Yeah,
exactly. Fair. It's. Yeah, I almost view it like, how can I double make this worth my time? Like, I'm watching it, I'm doing what I enjoy, I'm usually spending time with the girlfriend, like you're
triple tasking almost most of the time, right? You're playing a game, you're watching a movie, and you're also trying to like do both things at the same time. Analyze the movie, watch the movie, play your game, analyze the game.
Yeah.
Your brain's on rapid fire. Have you ever been
What are you gonna say? Let's be careful. What are you gonna say? Do you want to retract that thought? You want to go down that path or no?
Do you have some mental disorder or something?
I think most people have mental disorders, and I just think it just doesn't. For some people, it obviously manifests to a point where it's like I think almost everybody likes sex, but some people it just gets way too much. Like they become sex addicted or something.
There's a dampener.
Yeah, like they gotta stop.
Limit, I should say.
Or like most people like to have a drink, or but then some people it's just alcoholism, right? It's a family thing. It's something in their genetics.
People lack moderation.
Yeah, and I think there are some
have moderation in your content intake.
There's some people that, like, my brain is rapid fire. I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, within 15 minutes, my brain is just go, like next thing. I'm constant. It's almost like thoughts are bouncing outside my head, and that's why I gotta talk to get them through, because that's how I think through things. So I'm a very vocal person.
Yeah.
I've learned to dial it back and read people and listen. And
if you were born 10 years earlier, you would have been the person walking around with a little memo recorder.
Maybe.
So you could remember all your thoughts. And
Maybe. I do that sometimes. I have my own.
You just turn on your recorder.
I turn on my recorder on my phone as I'm sitting through traffic, because I'm so annoyed, or this is waste of time, and I'm just bored of the podcast I've been listening to, because I consume podcasts like it's just hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
And I will just talk through the thoughts I'm having. And they're just for me. It's almost like a personal journal.
Right.
And I delete it right after, or...
you shouldn't delete it.
It's not...
Even if it's to give you perspective in the future. Like, I told you that I had done a
burp,
and then I told you to look it up. You remember what I'm talking about? Because I don't want people to know.
Let's see.
It's on.
No, give me more clues. Let's be cryptic. Okay.
Mom just started it with a guy from Hungary or whatever. He's using that website.
Oh, got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I did one of those.
So you started.
Remember? Yeah. It was 10 years ago, and I was writing and blah blah blah.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
I haven't deleted it.
Okay.
I didn't want to lose that phase.
We'll call it a recording of your thoughts.
Sure.
Okay, so you have a recording of your thoughts, and
I've never deleted it. It's there. It's up there. I can go log in. I can go get it.
Okay.
I can read through all of it. But I don't want to like lose it.
Okay.
Even if it's something that I would necessarily regret or something that I don't agree with nowadays or something that I have matured past and gotten through. And, I think I shared it with a few people and they kind of came back with mixed reviews of like, oh, I can see where you're coming from, or no, like, why are you talking about this, or why were you high while you were doing it?
Yeah.
And I haven't gone back recently, but I did it like maybe 2 years ago, and it just kept things in perspective. It's like I got past that, I got through it. It's interesting to go back and look. So I hope that you don't delete those. Like, even if it's just you could archive them, and like you did with your streams. Just throw them somewhere.
They're all
on your hard drive.
My streams are all on the hard drive.
Sure, but your recordings on your phone, like, even it's like when you die in 120 years, people will be able to go back and be like, oh, when he was 27, 26. What are you? 27
I'm 26.
On Saturday?
I'm going to be 27 in 13 days.
13 days. Okay. So I'll be gone when your birthday?
Yeah, it's like very close to after Thanksgiving, and I'm traveling for Thanksgiving.
The Saturday after Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be out of town. I'll make sure to get
It's the day after Black Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you?
I'll be 27.
What comes after Black?
What comes after Black Friday?
Cyber Monday, but what's on Saturday?
There's Small Business Saturday.
Small Business Saturday?
I think that's a real thing.
Is it Small Dick Saturday?
Walk away.
I'm out.
Walk away.
Peace.
You're done.
Get a refill.
The rest of the podcast is just going to be solo Michael and just be talking to you. Corey's getting a drink, and I hope he falls down and hits himself. How dare you, sir? No, I really think that's a thing. Like, Small Business Saturday. Yeah, but anyway. Dude, have you ever done Black Friday, like shopping, like late at night?
Oh, yeah.
I've only done that a few times, and only because I started dating this girl.
Well, I said it like that, like, oh, yeah, but I've only done it like 3 years.
It's got to be awful.
And it wasn't in a row. It was pretty bad. Like, you got to wake up like super early in the morning if you want to get anywhere in line first. Because, most of these Black Friday deals, Walmart, Target, Kohl's, big shopping centers like Best Buy and stuff like that, in order to get the Black Friday deals, you have to be first in line. Or close to. Because there's only 30 TVs, and as soon as 30 TVs are gone, you got to go for the second TV.
I bought the TV that we use over there on Black Friday deal. But it was like...
last year, too.
It was like 10 or 11 in the morning, walk in, that one right there, take it to the front, buy it, walk out, 20 minutes, done. Like, there was no lines, there was no craziness.
My people at work, and I'll expand on that. My people being the type of people who were overly hyped for the Pokemon release.
That is the perfect way to describe.
Thursday night, Pokemon Sword and Shield dropped at like 9 o'clock. You could pick it up if you pre-order at GameStop, and all fucking day on Thursday, all we heard about was, oh, Pokemon. And,
You were like plugging your ears.
It was a majority of people, and then the few of us who were not really like Pokemon addicts? No, I wouldn't say addicts. You're not a Pokemon addict because the game comes out, you beat it, blah, 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 and you move on to the next game. But these people were so interested in it, and, I joked with some of my friends, like, if I hear another word about Pokemon, I will kill myself, blah, blah, blah. We're joking about it, but I appreciate it. Like,
dude, the guy that helped us out to get we switched over AT&T phones, he asked us, hey, do you guys play Pokemon Go? We're like...
Does it look like it?
For 20 minutes when it first came out, because it was like, what's this all about? But then I never...
That's the same thing for Minecraft. So there's Minecraft Earth. Okay. And it's the same concept of Pokemon Go, where you walk around with a GPS. I've actually never opened this. I'm clicking on it now.
All right, let's discover. That sounds cool, but I don't have... Like, I got things to do.
Well, you also have this, like, what
I'm
is
not
it,
judging,
$2,800 PC. You're like,
yeah,
using
we got
to, like,
real
game.
games. We got real games. We got adult
Walk around
games to
your
play.
phone. Well, I mean, this definitely. When I played Pokemon Go, it was at my third old job.
Third old job.
And it was my manager, and he was really hyped about it. And we're going to Crane's Roost, we're going to different spots where the Pokemon are in high popularity or high density,
Yeah.
so you could catch a lot of them. And it's fun because you're going out with your friends, you're getting off your
It's
ass.
an excuse to walk around.
Yeah. I heard like something like all the nerds ever got out of their chairs and got them outside. It was like the most people who were never indoors
That's
at
crazy.
the same time, and the cell phone towers are just breaking down. Anyway,
It's cool. It's cool to like just run up to someone else and be like, "Hey, what's up? Did you catch whatever? Did you see this?" And you guys just instantly connect. And
yeah, so I guess this is the same thing as Pokemon Go, where you like have that 3D view and you got to walk around and you got to like tap on the sheep and you get wool or something. I don't know. I've never done it.
I liked Minecraft for a little bit.
Nice, I got a collected common sheep. I don't know what that means. I've actually never opened this app. Anyway, these people were super hyped about Pokemon. And, no, well, I guess that just feeds into your story of, like, the guy talking about it.
Yeah, he was. It's like, dude, just can you like help us with our phones? Like,
Just set us up.
yeah,
Send us the bill to the right area. Make sure it's paperless, by the way, because
dude.
millennials...
I have how many times?
I gotten the mail and you get a fucking thing from your bank?
Dude, I have never looked at it. I open it up and go, oh, I don't need this. Like, it's all on my phone. It's all on my app. I've clicked do not send me, go paperless. They charge me like $3 like a month to send me paper bills.
I'd like
and I've
take, like,
unchecked it.
10 minutes to like make sure that never happens again.
I have done that.
You're the type of person that won't really.
No, I've done that.
You're not really worried about it though.
You're saying it because I'm not going to go there and check again right now.
Yeah.
But because I've
You're not
already
gonna check
spent.
ever again because you thought you did it the first time and you probably did it wrong. Just like
No, I feel
we
like I
won't
did
go
it.
there. We won't go there.
You're probably right though. I mean, you're not wrong because if I really cared, I would go and
Yeah.
and just do it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've already done it.
You don't.
And
You don't get the mail. You don't check your.
I don't get the mail.
preferences. It's
You're the mail guy, and you also clean the apartment better than I do. You give me a list, and I do it, and I do it badly.
You don't do it badly. You just do it half-assed.
Okay, I thought that's badly.
No. All right. There's a there's a hierarchy of what's good.
Hierarchy?
So, not doing it is at the very bottom. You just
Okay.
don't do it. If I give you a list and you're just like, "Fuck you, Corey! I'm not cleaning the apartment." All right. Well, I guess I have.
I'm
to
not
do
at that
it.
level.
No, you're not.
I'm
You're
not there.
The next level is poorly, and the next level is half-assed,
Okay, I'm there.
and then the next level is
Good, right?
good, and then the next level is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like unprompted, just spotless.
Yeah. It's like, I have Thursday off for a holiday. I got 4 hours that I should be at work. I'm in that work mode. I just want to get something done. All right, I'm gonna spend an hour.
That's
on
like
this
that's
and
like
get it
chicks. Like a lot of chicks.
done.
No, you're right. But some
living
chicks.
living with majority of chicks, the bathroom is atrocious.
Well, yeah.
And when they clean it, it's kind of like clean for like 2 days, and it's right
It's
back
just
to where
hair,
it was.
dude. It's just fucking hair.
Well, we have hair too. We just like not as much. It's not as noticeable.
Not like hair.
I visited a couple houses recently, and I'll go to the bathroom, and these men.
Ooh. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
But that being said, it's not as bad as some of the female bathrooms that I've been in. So.
You've been in I've been in Tinder date years ago. I went in, set aside.
Jolie, are you listening?
No, it was before Jolie.
I know.
It's before Jolie.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But we've been dating a long time.
Yeah,
so it's like,
I was just about to say, you guys are like, you guys just got on the same cell phone plan? Like, that's a big step.
it's a big step.
That
dude.
is a big step.
And she keeps poking me like in the ribs, like metaphorically.
Hey, where's the
Hey,
ring?
that commitment. Yeah.
You okay with this, but you're not okay with the ring on the finger? What's wrong with you? This is more important. It's like a cell phone bill.
I know. And they asked, like, the guy asked, like, who's going to be the primary, like...
You guys looked at each other?
I looked at each other, I was like, I don't want it. It's like, it's going to be you. I put my social security number, I got that wrong.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's like, the security background check did not come through. Like, you must have entered some information wrong. Like, oh, and he, like, called the office, like, maybe it was me. Like, oh, we'll fix this for you. I was like, I like raised my hand. I was like, it might have been me. Like I might have fucked up some of the numbers.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah,
I actually
it was
use
embarrassing.
my social security is actually the last 4 of my social is my
Don't
ID.
fucking tell them.
No, I'm not gonna say the
Okay,
number.
good.
It's just my ID at work. So I'll never forget.
Okay. All right.
Just
Yeah.
like 9/11.
Yeah. What else? What other movies? Should we talk about TV shows ever?
I actually started watching an anime.
Yeah, we used to watch animes. I like anime.
It's called like Hero something Overly Cautious Hero, and it's on Hulu. And it's along the lines of like One Punch Man. I love the One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
You
is
haven't
good.
seen it yet, right?
I've watched the first season. I'm like episode. Are there like 10 or 12 episodes in the first season?
I think so. Yeah, something like that.
I'm on like 8.
Okay.
Enough that I know what it's about. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the universe.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the end is the best part.
Okay, I'll keep watching.
Yeah. And season 2 is just as good, if not better.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that I was so open to tell just between you and me that I like anime, but like out in the world when I'm at work, I'm
You're
not telling
anyone.
I'm not telling.
That's the most
and I'm
private
not trying
aspect
to-
of your life.
I'm not trying to hide it. Like if someone brings it up and they're like super grilling me, I'll be like, yeah, I've seen a couple or I like it. Like you gotta get to know me. It's just that's kind of my thing. Like I grew up watching Naruto,
Right.
the original Naruto when it was coming like live.
You're a closet anime fan.
I'm a closet anime. I'm not trying to
You're a
advertise
closet a lot
this.
of things, actually. When are you gonna come out of the closet?
With anime, probably never. I mean, it's just. But I did tell my girlfriend about
just
Death
did.
Note. Yeah,
You
that's what I'm
guys are watching Death Note, which is, spoiler, my favorite anime.
Yeah. Well, Death Note is the best anime. So.
The best anime. That's
It's
a
the
bold fucking claim.
Well, I don't think it's that bold because it is.
Most people would say like
No,
Naruto or Dragon Ball Z or
Fuck Dragon Ball Z compared to Naruto. How about that?
I don't have a strong stance on that.
Oh, pussy.
I don't have a strong stance on that. Naruto versus Dragon Ball Z without the expand, like if you don't go into Dragon Ball Super and if you don't go into Naruto Shippuden,
Yeah.
I like Dragon Ball better. Dragon Ball Z better.
Shippuden's been pretty good.
Yeah, but we're not comparing Shippuden to Dragon Ball Z. We're comparing Naruto to Dragon Ball Z.
Why wouldn't you compare Naruto to Dragon Ball?
Because Dragon Ball is a little bit more like younger generation.
So is Naruto.
So I should be comparing Shippuden to Dragon Ball Z. So
Yeah.
is
I
it-
would say so. I think
is
it's
it
fair.
Boruto to Dragon
No.
Ball Super?
No.
Get that out of here, dude.
I don't know what Boruto. I haven't seen Boruto. I've only seen like 120 episodes of Shippuden, so that's where I'm at.
You got
But
799 left.
I know, right? Like I like the small series that are contained. You and me actually just watched.
I actually don't like that. I do not like watching a new anime
Okay.
that only has 1 or 2 seasons and it's 24
No, I don't
episodes.
like that
I'm
either.
like, oh, well,
No.
I don't get to finish this and now I
Completed
gotta wait
series.
until the next season, blah, blah, blah.
Can I finish my thought about
Sure.
what you and me watched?
No, you're not allowed.
All right, I'll be quiet. I'm sorry.
I'll be
No, no,
peace.
no.
I'll be peace, you quiet.
I
Shut
just
the fuck
know
up.
the viewers are gonna be like listening to this. Like, one person started a thought and they didn't finish it. It's like, what the fuck were they gonna say? So I'm trying to finish. I'm trying to save the viewers here. Like, you and me watched all of Cowboy Bebop,
Sure.
like 24 episodes.
Yep.
Right. So you had the DVD collection, which is badass.
Blu-ray DVD with all the
Badass.
extras, all the stuff we touched on, probably like 75% of what was offered on those Blu-rays. We didn't go back and watch like the extras. We didn't go back and watch like, you know, the commentary that was added on each episode. That was a little bit.
We checked it out, though.
Yeah, yeah. It's a little bit dated too, so it's like hard to
Yeah.
go back and watch like a
Anime from the
commentary.
90s.
Yeah, yeah.
What'd you think about Cowboy Bebop?
Putting me on the spot. Huh?
Not that great, huh? It wasn't amazing.
If I took into account, which I try to, of what time period it came out, I think it was pretty good. Like if I had seen that when I was 10,
It's a good anime.
It would have had a larger impact on my life.
I think it is, what's the word? Remembered or
Reminisce.
nostalgia, reminisced, like it's remembered better than it actually was. It was just 24 pretty good episodes, and definitely it starts off stronger than how it ends. Do you agree with that? That's how I feel.
No,
Okay.
because you start off and you kind of don't know what's going on, and as
But I
you
liked
get
it.
through the episodes, it's a little bit more like, all right, you understand the dynamics of the characters, you understand what they're
I like
talking
that too.
about. It kind of fleshed out like what their goal was and what the end.
I did like that too.
Yeah.
And
in the beginning, you're kind of like, all right, who are the characters? What is their really goal? Are they bounty hunters? Blah blah blah. Who are these added characters? You get to know them better, and you enjoy each of them. But speaking of, there's some Dragon Shield.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Dragon Shield. What is it called?
Card sleeves.
Sleeves? Yeah, Dragon Shield sleeves. I really want them.
Yeah, so we've mentioned many times, we play Magic the Gathering, and someone had Cowboy Bebop artwork on the back of their sleeves, and it was badass. Yep. Which I like every poster and just art that I've seen, because they had really iconic characters, and they're just like kind of like the Spike, who's like kind of like a thin guy in the blue suit with the gun
with
and
the badass hair. And a great ship and perfect aim and those pinpoint detective abilities. Yeah,
kind of a cowboy, like
right.
And
his partner is kind of like the brute big guy who's like taking the damage. Jet. What's the chick's name?
That's sexist. We don't know.
You don't have to say it just because they don't know. Let them assume that part.
No, let them have to figure out we're sexist.
Sexist. Damn it!
I just forgot her name. What was her name?
Siri. Sorry, what's the female character in Cowboy
Siri.
Bebop?
We don't have Siri. We're just shouting to the wind.
That's a plug for our.
Oh, your favorite new podcast. Man,
I've wanted to mention this so many times in so far in what is it? An hour and 15 minutes?
No,
45 minutes.
51 minutes in. You could say it right up there.
I can't see. I don't have my glasses on.
Okay.
I'm kind of trying to see your face.
The podcast you and I have both been listening to is Tuesdays with Stories with comedians Mark Norman and Joe List.
Faye. Her name is Faye.
Faye, yeah, of course.
So these card sleeves have Faye, and she's not facing... she's not facing the camera when these screenshots were taken, and it's enjoyable. We'll say that. It's nostalgic.
Really appreciate the artwork.
Yeah, really appreciate the artwork. Thank you, animators, for putting that on a Dragon Shield sleeve, because when we use that, it's appropriate for... it's not inappropriate, I guess, because our card store will not allow, like, inappropriate card sleeves. Like, I got called out for once, because you can put...
Really?
So, you use your sleeves for a deck, and then you can use whatever sleeves you want for your tokens. So I use these, like, holographic card sleeves that... A little bit too bit too revealing, a little bit too racy, and I was like, "Oh, my bad! Like I'll put these away, no problem. Don't worry about it. These are approved, but they're still nice, so they're on my list." But I'm also,
well, she's got pants on.
Yeah. She's fully clothed. Like it's not anything that's like super like racy. But
fully's a stretch, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. Well, today I went to brunch with one of my good friends, Angelica, and.
Podcast guest?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd love to get her. She's great.
Yeah. She has a crazy life story. It'd be a very sobering podcast.
Okay.
Sure.
I didn't know that. You
yeah.
told me something I don't know about her.
So we were going to brunch, and so many of the girls are walking around with just spandex.
Oh. 2019. It's
like...
They got that confidence.
It's absurd to me that you're just like reaching into your booth and all that we can see is just like your legs and half your ass and nothing's hidden. Like absurd. It's absurd to me.
And everything's fine.
Yeah.
No one's getting
all the grandpas that were in there were like,
oh
they're nosebleeds. There were so many nosebleeds.
If anybody doesn't know what that means, which it's not
switch your channel. Turn us
just
off.
Go away.
You don't know what a nosebleed is.
I'm going to explain.
Okay.
So it's a common anime trope, and it started with Dragon Ball, where the grandpa...
Do you know his name? What's the grandpa's name? Starts with an R. Master R.
Reiki?
Nope.
Tell me.
R-O?
I thought it was Roki or something. Master Roshi.
There it is.
Master Roshi.
Got it.
You got it.
Down. Yeah.
So Master Roshi, when he sees an attractive lady, usually like a younger lady, like but he's an old guy, so it's.
I'm gonna push back on that. It started with Dragon Ball.
Yeah, well, okay, maybe it didn't start with Dragon Ball.
It started for you with Dragon Ball because that was.
That's the first time I saw it, Master Roshi.
Okay.
But
I don't think that was the first instance of an anime
it's
showing.
It's when a pervy older guy sees a
doesn't
young
have to
woman.
be a pervy older guy. It's any character who seems like too much, and they're like,
they have the anime
nosebleed,
and they get a nosebleed because they're turned on. It's just funny. I love cartoons. I love
you
how
guys to turn us off and go watch High School of the Dead, and then come back and tell me what you think.
I love how just expressive cartoon characters can be, and like that's another one of those.
That for me is the enjoyment of anime.
Yeah,
it's totally unrealistic in the fact that like we can portray whatever we want. Our characters can do whatever we want, and we can be artistic with it and deal with it. Like it's approved. This is the direction we want to go.
You can do more with animation than you can with real life.
Yeah.
Because real life, you're constrained by actors, their schedules, their times, their facial emotions. The way that an actor decided to portray that character is going to be different from how the person who wrote it wanted it to be. And then a lot of times these writers can be the same as the artists, or the writers and artists kind of talk and they go, okay, let's develop it together.
Right.
And actually what I like about that is... graphic novels.
Okay.
So there's writers who talk very closely, like Sandman and Watchmen, where
Neil Gaiman. Is that how do you say his name? Because this came up at work the other day.
Neil Gaiman.
Gaiman.
No, Neil Gaiman.
Gaiman?
It's Gaiman now. I think it used to be Gaiman that everyone would say that, but it recently, since he's been on TV shows and podcasts and like talking, and it's.
Are you familiar with his work recently? Because his name came up recently.
Yeah. American Gods TV show.
Okay.
He's an executive producer.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Because I was talking with the same girl about the millennial stuff. And we were talking about what we had seen recently. We were talking about Glow and recent shows we'd seen on Netflix. And I was like, I need to watch American Gods. And I was like, that's by Neil Gaiman. And we were trying to think of the director, and someone else had to chime in and Google it and be like, it's Neil Gaiman. Or, yeah, of course. That's of course what it is.
Neil Gaiman, I believe, is, and anybody who wants to can correct me.
That's true.
But
put it in the comments.
The point is, like,
suck third.
Do you want to talk about what you like about
dude,
comedians?
It's a can of worms, dude. We can't open that up and not talk about it for like half an hour.
So Tuesdays with Stories.
We're gonna backtrack for 10 minutes ago when we talked about this originally.
It's our thing. We can do whatever the hell you want.
You told me about this, correct?
Yeah, I heard comedian Joe List on the Joe Rogan Experience. Okay. I don't remember what episode it is. Type in JRE Joe List, and you'll find the episode. Hilarious guy.
JRE?
Yeah, JRE is Joe
Rogan Experience. Okay.
Yep. And it's the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah. Everyone knows if they listen to podcasts. How many episodes is he on? He's on 1,390 or something. Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah. And
so that's what? If you did a podcast every day, it's like 5 years.
His podcast is 9 or 10 years old. It might be older. I think he started in 2009, so maybe 10 years. Yeah. And the first 300 were like in his couch fucking around.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Not
Let's come over. I got a mic on. Yeah. Let's just riff.
And then it started to get so big that he was like, this is weird. We got to get a studio.
Yeah.
So,
that's a good sign.
We're
gonna get so big. We're gonna need a studio,
dude. I've taken a picture of our studio right now. We're sitting in my room with two like chairs. Like
it looks like a college dorm.
It looks like a college dorm. It's just my room looks like a college dorm. Yeah, thank you. And we just got a mic.
Clothes everywhere, trash all over.
Fuck off. No, there isn't.
Bed's not made.
The bed is never made.
Closet's open.
Yeah.
Computer's always on.
Yeah.
Got a little lamp.
Yeah. It could be worse.
College room. There's no dresser.
No, I don't have enough desk space. Can you stop derailing us?
I'm sorry.
So I saw Joe List and then Mark Normand came on, and like
both of them came on the same.
No, Joe List came on first, and then Mark Normand came on.
Gotcha.
Or the opposite. I don't know. I think it was that
right.
that way. And I was like, these guys are hilarious. And I just checked out their podcast, and then I showed it to you, and it's been hilarious. Like, what, you loved it. You listen to
I've
them.
been eating it up, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care how far back. There's like, I'm on episode 300. They've been doing this for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
And the new podcast comes out. All right, catch up on that one, and then just keep going back into their archives because it's their dynamic is hilarious to me. My friends at work and strangers at work, because I'm not friends with everyone, they think I'm pretty weird because of the way that I.
Can you just bust out laughing?
Yeah. I'll just be like one headphone in an ear. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not like tuned out to everything, so that, you
gotta
whoever,
like do your job.
Yeah, can get my attention if they need to, and I'll just be doing whatever, and then slapping the table or like laughing out loud, or my head is on the table while I'm trying to like I'm like wiping tears out of my eyes, and nobody knows what I'm laughing about, and I'm like, damn it, I can't even share this because
it's so raunchy.
yeah, sorry, it is pretty raunchy. So you guys,
but they're not. They're so funny and ridiculous. It's just two white guys, and they just, that's part of the funniness is they're like, everyone's gonna hate us. Like, it's like,
too small to fail is their motto.
Too small to fail.
Can't get them off there. That's the problem. You can't kick them off.
They aren't important enough.
But they're comedians. They go travel around. They do shows all over the place. International. Yeah. They're just traveling all the time. They racking up the miles. But what makes them special to me is that they're the dynamic between the two of them, kind of like us.
Okay. We're not as funny.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we are not as funny. I hope to be able to get to that point. Yeah. And it's funny because after I listen to their podcast, I find myself being a little bit more funny.
You have been funnier since, but it's like part of it is you're copying their jokes, but not copying their jokes, but you're taking the same, like how they would view it, and you're like, you just get funnier because you realize what you find to be funny is you thinking like them, and you can think that way too.
Right.
And everything becomes funnier.
I mean, I'll just riff. I'll just. You'll show up in the apartment, and I'll like riff one of whatever their keywords were that day, and you'll just crack up laughing.
What's an example of that?
Oh, I can't say it. I shouldn't say it on our podcast.
Yeah.
Suck their dicks.
Suck their dicks.
I'm gonna fix this fucking thing for you, right now.
Yeah, pause it.
No, I don't have to pause it. I can.
No, I want you to pause it.
No, don't worry about it.
You can. You're okay. So my computer keeps going to sleep, and I gotta like lean over and
shake the mouse a little bit.
Shake the mouse
so it doesn't go to sleep. Because if it goes to sleep, then
we'll lose our recording, and that's an hour of just hanging out and talking time. And
just kidding. I'm actually gonna pause it. We're gonna take a break.
Yeah, yeah. Just pause it.
Just this.
Yeah. Okay, resume. So. Like
back from the break.
So like what is it that you like about their podcast so much?
I just like their dynamic, how they riff off each other. They'll be trying. My favorite part is when they're trying to think of a word.
Yeah.
And they either like call on Siri, or they'll just like try to like the words like retribution or reciprocity or something. They're like, what's that word? And they'll just like list off a bunch of words that are retard, and then they'll fart,
regurgitate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just so good.
And they're so funny with like they're so clever, and and what you like about them is that they'll say like the most hilarious thing, and they just move on.
Yeah,
it's like, whereas you would like, if this was you talking, you would pause it and go, dude, did you not realize how funny that thing that I just said was? And they're comedians, so they just move on.
You said a couple episodes after we recorded a podcast. You're like laughing quietly, so there's a little bit of dead silence because just the way that you laugh is quiet. It's not like some Santa Claus bullshit. You're just like laughing to yourself, and you're laughing, but the audience can't hear you laughing.
Yeah.
They do it perfectly.
They do it. They're good. And one thing is when we buy another mic, we'll be able to react with each other because I'm like half the time that you make a joke, I'm like laughing, but the mic doesn't pick it up.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be a positive that we can.
It just depends on your laugh. Some people laugh like an in-person laugh type thing where you're like throwing back your head, laughing. Like nobody heard me like fake laugh right there because
because you're too far away or whatever. Yeah.
Or whatever it was. The stories that they tell, just the way that they tell them.
It's a good podcast. Everyone should check it out.
It's so funny.
They were heavily inspired. They're both like 36 or 37 years old, something like that. And they grew up watching Seinfeld. They've watched every episode, and
they idolize Seinfeld.
They're New York comedians.
Yeah. Yeah, they get to hang out with a bunch of comedians in New York all the time. They do parkings. They do, they'll go on tours together, or they'll go tour internationally.
Louis C.K., Jim Gaffigan, Ari Shaffir, Dave Attell, all these famous comedians. That
I'm glad you can name plug like that, because I would not be able to. I hear their names in the podcast, but it's not like I can pause. All right, go look up these other comedians and see if they have their podcast and listen to them. So it's the good part about having you on this is that you're able to regurgitate that information.
Love regurging, dude.
Regurging. Anyway, let's just do a quick wrap up. Anything that happened in the last 2 weeks that
I watched
as of note?
Spider-Man Homecoming.
You watched that last night?
No, not Homecoming. Far From Home.
Far From Home.
So Homecoming I really liked. It was a 5 out of 5 movie.
Yep.
It was like an off Marvel movie, but it was good. It was really good.
I wouldn't say it's off a Marvel movie. It's still a hero character. It's still a Marvel character.
They did it differently.
Okay.
I
thought it was similar to the Ant-Man style and
yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Ant-Man though. I would have given Ant-Man a 4 out of 5, and then the sequel wasn't that good.
Okay. I've always been kind of on the fence about Paul Rudd, so it's always
I like him.
He's Ant-Man, but at the same time it has what's her name?
Oh, Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale.
Oh,
redeeming factor,
dude.
She goes on the top 10.
She is so hot, and what is she? Do you think she's 45?
Something like that.
Oh,
Siri, how old is Kate Beckinsale? Hold on. Siri doesn't. Siri,
that's
I don't
my
have
guess.
an Apple phone, so
that's my guess. 45.
I gotta use
45.
Google.
Can you verify?
Kate Beckinsale.
Underworld. She married Seal. Is that right?
Lost. She is 46.
Wait, 46. That was pretty close. Fine as hell. She's
fine as hell.
She is a very good looking, a little bit older lady.
Oh, she's not on Lost. Why did I just miss
that? The girl from Lost looks like her, but the girl from Lost is a little bit younger. I don't know her name. I might know her name. I won't be able to think of it faster than you can type it.
I got it.
Yeah. What?
Starts with an E.
Elizabeth.
Nope. EV.
Evelyn.
Nope. EVA. Evangeline
Lilly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch Lost?
I watched I watched all the way till season 7, and then season 7 happened. And I was like,
it sucked. It sucked from there on.
I think I started watching when season 7 was airing, and I just didn't finish the season.
Lost, if they had the same writers finishing the storylines that they started in seasons 1, 2, and 3, and they had a big wrap up, that would have been the best. And
they
just
didn't outline for that show.
Yes,
it would have been so much better. But
it's the Game of Thrones treatment.
Yeah, exactly.
You have an awesome show, good writer, so many threads. It's got to have that.
You got to time up.
You got to,
yeah. Or time up effectively, because Game of Thrones tied them up, and it was kind of
rushed.
This is literally not what I read in the books, or you skipped 5 chapters, or I never read the books, so I have no authority.
I read the first one. Yeah, it's good, but
did you borrow that from me, or did you read it before I had them?
No, we have all of them. My family.
Okay.
I think I got them as a gift from my mom, and then I gave them to my sister, so Isabella has them now.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I have the second book if you ever want to dive into that.
Nope.
Yeah, the show was enough.
I'm
you know what's interesting? A lot of people they'll read the books and then they'll watch the movie or the show or whatever adaptation.
Soon to be movies.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't like that approach. I like watching the movie or the show before I read the books, because it's either enough to intrigue me into watching or reading the books after I watch it, whatever it is. And then I'll read the books because I'll get a little bit more deeper, character development or story or background or whatever.
I agree with you. I think that's the right way to do it.
Because I don't want to be disappointed by what I'm seeing.
As a person who I always read the books before I watch the movies, unless I don't care.
Yeah.
If I care, I'm going to do it that way,
Right.
and I'm always disappointed by the movies. And unless there's a few exceptions, I don't.
No off the.
Nothing comes to
off the
mind
fan.
right now.
Yeah.
But like
Lord of the Rings.
I read all
Twilight.
Twilight. I read Twilight.
I did too.
Yeah, and I
It's
read
a really big thing while we were in high school. Our girlfriends required it.
Oh yeah, no. If you're trying to get with a girl, you read Twilight so that like you got something to talk about with, and it's just motivated by trying to get your hand held.
Yeah. That's what they're calling it.
That's what they're calling it. That's what
No.
we did in high school. I don't know what
We
the
weren't
kids are
allowed
doing
to
now.
hand- We weren't allowed to hold hands.
Twerking on each other and I don't know what the kids are doing now. Sexting each other on Snapchat or whatever.
What is it called? Flossing? If you can floss, you're like in.
Flossing.
You're in. Dude, I was doing that last night at F&M. I was just flossing and no one noticed me. I was like, damn it. These skills have gone to waste.
Yeah, no, but they do adaptations. So like I read American Gods by Neil Gaiman and Gaiman. Shit.
Damn it.
Damn
I
it.
already fucked it up. It's
Yep.
20 minutes ago and you messed it up.
Yeah.
Get it together, Michael. Kuhlman.
Working on it.
All right.
And the show is actually very different from the books, but the show is like got the same themes.
Visually appealing.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about American Gods is like,
You watched the first season, right?
yes. I think I finished the first season. What is it on?
It's on Stars.
Stars. So for some reason I couldn't watch it anymore. I had to be able to like go online and watch it or whatever. I lost access to be able to watch like the original on network viewing. But I was very intrigued by the lore and the background and like what's going on.
It's
So
just totally different, though.
I learned that it was a book like this past week. We were talking about it. I was like, I had no idea. Like
the book, the main character, his name is Shadow,
Yeah.
and the plot is that he's like not sure why he's like
don't
the
spoil it
chosen.
for me. You
He's
can
not-
spoil it for them. La la
the-
la la
the-
la la la. I'm plugging my ears. Talk about it. Go ahead. I'll
It's
try
not even.
to
I don't even
remember
remember it. To be honest, I don't even like. It's just loosely. The show is loosely based on the book.
Okay.
And the book was good. It was,
Right.
it was a fine book or whatever. But
Was it a bestseller or anything?
yeah, it got. I mean, it was one of his earlier books, and it came out 13 years ago or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And
How long did Sandman come out?
Sandman is older than that. Sandman's from the 90s.
Okay.
Early 2000s, and
So
Yeah.
American Gods is like soon after Sandman then.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, soon after. I think it was written. I'm just totally guessing.
Right.
2001, 2002,
Gotcha.
and it was a good novel.
Yeah.
But the show is better in that, like, it's got cool visuals and it's kind of like it's shot in like almost like high def in some areas and like some scenes and yeah, so it's
Interesting.
a good show. It's worth watching.
Well, I didn't watch any movies in the last 2 weeks. I don't think.
Too much.
Since we watched Midsommar 2 weekends ago. Last
Yeah.
weekend, I didn't do anything. I just
Yeah.
kind of like hung out, and I don't think I did anything special. I didn't
Okay.
watch. I watched the anime, but most of my weekend or my weekdays were filled with trying to get some Path of Exile grinding in. I'm
Yeah,
playing
you're
with-
like level 69 or something, right?
almost 70. Yeah,
70,
we were trying to grind to 80 this weekend, but time gets away from us. We're adults. We can't commit as much time as we wanted, and playing Magic and getting used to work and all that stuff. And doing some background stuff because we grinded a little bit to get to where we are, and I gotta like backtrack a little bit to get some of the stuff, and there's a little bit of research necessary once you get to that level to do the end game content. I wish I could fart like they do. Let me try.
You're not standing. The mic is literally. Don't do it. Don't.
I
Don't do it,
I
dude.
can't fart on command like they do. Dude.
The mic is like in between both our faces. Like we're sitting down. No.
Do you know what? Do you know what their
mic
setup
farting.
is? Are they like far enough away from each other? Where
I don't
one
know.
person
We
can
should
stand up and. But you gotta
Well, they
commit
have
to the
two.
Patreon.
They have two separate mics. So you and I both gotta
Right.
donate
We
to the
gotta
Patreon.
share like we're kissing or eating the same ice cream
Yeah.
cone.
Yeah. We give each other little like pecks every time we go in to make a point. You can't hear on the mic because it's so quiet.
It's not a peck then. A peck is always.
That's right.
If you just touch lips, then it's very intimate
Very intimate.
and silent.
Yeah, but you guys got to subscribe to our Patreon in order to see that. Just kidding.
Whoa!
We don't have that.
That's your Patreon, dude. You throw yourself on that bush. I'm not doing it.
Why not?
Sword. Throw yourself on that sword. Why would I say bush?
You're thinking about Bush. Yeah, you're thinking about Bush.
Sorry.
The president.
Burning Bush.
Yeah, Burning Man. Dude, I heard Burning
That's
Man.
exactly what they do, dude. That was really good, dude. High five.
I heard Burning Man was like a great place to network. For business, business students. Like, if you want to go and get an investment, you got to start up like a tech startup company, and you're trying to go there.
You're literally in the anti-tech mecca. How does that work?
No, like, if you're a business owner and you're trying to get your thing off the ground, you go there, drop some acid, walk around, and just talk with people, and like, hey, here's my business card. I know because I have professors who have come back and said this, and they totally darted around all the drug part of it, but they were like, oh, it was a good time, very relaxing. I was like, yeah, I bet it was. No one could call me. I am out.
Speaking of drugs, I'm on a tea break.
Okay, yeah.
So that's a tolerance break for those of you who don't know, and viewers, smokers.
Stoner.
I've been a stoner for 3 years.
Yeah.
Solid, almost every day, or 3 or 4 times a week at least.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a tolerance break. So that means try to not smoke as long as I can. So I'm aiming for
good luck, my friend.
Post Thanksgiving holiday. I'm going up to Portland.
How long total?
How long total in days? Started on Monday or Tuesday.
And your total goal?
It's been 5 days, and I'm trying to get to December 3rd.
So is that like roughly 21 days?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Almost 3 weeks.
What's a proper tea break?
The proper tea break, like to totally detox your system, I've heard is like a month to 2 months, depending on how heavily you use.
Yeah.
So I'm getting like the bare minimum, but I think
all the benefits.
I think it'll still be effective. Like I'm drinking water, I'm detoxing. It's not like I'm toking a little bit here and there. I'm trying to take a clean, hard cut break. See how long I can go. It's just a personal challenge. There's no reason,
Yeah, you do it with Zeke, our friend who streams.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like us keeping each other in check, kind of like workout buddies or whatever. It's what's the term there?
Accountability partner.
Yeah, accountability partner.
Yeah, the good part about weed though is that it's just not hard to to stop.
Well, for some people,
you could be addicted.
You'd be surprised. Yeah,
you can be addicted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know people who are. So for me to be able to like maintain that stance for myself and to have pride in the ability that I can, here's the test and see how long.
Yeah.
It makes it more effective, cost effective. So the next time that I do smoke, whenever it comes around, it's like, hey, well, it's way more effective than I remember. It's way more fun. So yeah. Well,
that's good.
It's not that hard. So
it's not that hard, right? Have you been a little bit bored? I
made that joke to you and Jolie last night, but it hasn't. As long as I'm keeping myself busy and I'm doing things, and if I don't think about it, and what's interesting is that like I've kept temptation right in my face, so I'll leave my vape.
That's interesting.
On my desk, and I can reach for it at any point while I'm grinding or while I'm on my PC or listening to music. I can just reach for it.
So you could get high at any point, and you're just saying no.
After 4 o'clock every day, after I'm done with work or on the weekends, at any point I could do it, and it would not take but 10 seconds for me to re-up. But having that there is kind of like
that willpower.
Test. Exactly.
I got you.
A real willpower.
I got you. I've done that in the past with like alcohol. I definitely like having a drink. Come back at the evening and fill that glass up, and it's just nice. And the problem it comes down to is that just like if you have one, then you have two, then you have two, then you have three. Yep. It's just, and then it's
I'm
just
thinking
fun.
About it right now. It's like, ooh, I could take one more, and then I would just be coasting right by.
Yeah, but then the thing with alcohol, you just have negative effects. Like you wake up and you don't feel well, and you gotta like fucking go to work, and it's just.
Did we talk about my party in the last? There's a
couple
podcasts. Yeah,
we've talked about your
party. I filled
in
some blanks on this past week.
We haven't talked about your most recent party that you ended up seeing a bunch of coworkers that you didn't know were your coworkers, and then you started the job.
Knew some of them were going to be my coworkers, but I didn't realize that every single person
you got
I saw at this
super
party,
drunk.
I was going to show up 3 days later and be like, "Hi, I'm Corey, and I was in a bathtub."
Dude,
I am alive.
Out. I wasn't at this party, but you passed out outside.
While you were at this party, you were in Virginia taking in the Blue Mountains, and I was getting wasted.
It's fun though, right?
Yeah, to just give you a few highlights, I was outside in a backyard, sideways on a wall, Woke up.
Someone poked
Someone
you.
poked me, got me some water, ended up carrying me into a bathtub, washing me off without a shirt, and I woke up on a couch. And that was my Saturday night. And then that following Tuesday, I showed up to work, and some people gave me some sideways glances, and I was like, yeah, that was me. Don't worry.
The thing is, you're so like likable that nobody sees you as like, oh, this fucking bird and this guy got crazy. He's so annoying. Right. You're just like creeping on people.
That's my redeeming factor. Yeah. Thank God. I have 9 lives in this life apparently, like a cat.
Yeah. I think there's gonna be one day that I just like quit alcohol. Whether it be like I'm 35 or
I am the most incredulous person in your life for that statement right there. I'm sorry. I believe in you.
Fair enough.
I believe in you, but I am incredulous.
Fair enough. I just think it's gonna go. It's not worth it anymore. And like I might have glasses of wine in the future, but it's just not gonna. There's gonna be a point where I just go, done. Don't want to do it anymore.
I'll believe it when I see it.
All right. Hey, fair enough. That's a personal.
That's where you say challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Anyway, so at work I've been doing the same old thing. I started playing Dragon Ball on
You sort cards, right? So you have.
I do a various amounts of things. So it's a big card store. We have a huge amount of stock of cards. There's orders that come in from online, in person. We sort, we restock, we open new product to put into the stock. Sort cards from people or big warehouses or stores that have sold us cards, and we have to sort them and put them in to categorize them to put them into the system. So in talking with people, I got interested in another game. I played Dragon Ball Z Super card game on Sunday. I pulled the most valuable card in the set, and everyone was super jealous, and that was the highlight of my weekend. It's like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I don't remember his subtitle, but it's worth like $150, and everyone is super jealous. So that will fund my ability to be able to join into the real game and actually be competitive with it. So I'm looking forward to that. Otherwise, I'm enjoying the job. Like it's
good.
Because
you did start a new job.
Yeah. Well, this is about 3 weeks ago. I think we talked about that a couple times.
I don't think we explicitly stated it.
No. Okay.
No, but you used
no
to
longer
work...
working at the hospital. Now working at Cool Stuff Games, and it's a really
Oh fun. Wow! You just said it, huh?
I don't care.
Okay. All right.
I don't care.
All right.
Yeah. They're not. I mean, no one cares.
Okay.
It's not that type of. It's not that type of place, and that's why I like it, because it's zen in its own.
You would tell people at work that you like have this podcast. Exactly. Hey, go check it out.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we're trying to keep this like open to just about anybody. I mean, like if you don't like us, like do not listen. Like if you're offended or if you don't like our vibes and the fact that we, talk about the hottest actresses that we think are like cute. It's like we don't mean anything by it. We'll
have female guests on here.
Yeah,
eventually, I think.
Yeah,
we have female friends? Are we gonna have Julie as a guest anytime?
We could have Julie as a guest.
We're trying to get Mom on here.
Yeah,
maybe.
My mom started a travel blog.
Started a travel blog, or it's still like in the outline process?
She started the bare minimum of it,
right.
And so I'd love to plug that. And she takes trips on her photography for travel.
Sandy Travels? Sandy...
we don't have I'll get the name when I know it. Gotcha. So, because she...
Still working on that.
She had one, and she's going to transfer it, and this new name... I got to verify, so I don't want to give any details if it's not. But, she's like... I don't want to mention my kids. I was like, well, Mom, hey...
Plug me, Mom!
Plug me! Like, let's help each other out, because, she's...
Right.
She just likes to travel. She's a photographer, and she likes to blog, and she's sort of like me. She likes to tell about what she learned or people she met, and so that's her outlet. She's 50 something, and she just wants to put it out there in the world. And so that's kind of cool.
Gotcha.
And so my sister's gonna do something like that in her own way, and we'll get some guests on here, because we actually talked about this. We have so many friends that are just interesting people, just that we know, just happen to play cards with.
Friends, acquaintances of acquaintances, or, there's a lot of people that we could get on here.
You're going on Joe's podcast.
I plan, yes. I got to confirm that.
Sure.
I got to confirm. But definitely this week I'll be going on Joe's podcast.
And we'll link that. We'll be open about that, because we want to share. Like, he's got some viewers, and
it's all about the networking in this day and age. So I think it'll give him bumps and us bumps, and we'll mutually benefit off that.
We got a friend doing the Zeke Live who's a Twitch streamer.
Yep.
And
Twitch.tv.Zeke Live, and he'll stream some Rust. He plays Magic. He started playing Pioneer. He wants to take that super competitively, and he's the person that I've been playing Path of Exile with as well. So.
In the Orlando area, he does computer repair. It's called Lion Tech Services.
Yep.
And I left a review because he helped me out.
Yep.
And
he did. He's the one that like got my tech upgraded, so I could play the games with him and get to the point that I wanted to be. In addition to some of the PS4 games that I really enjoy as well. So
yeah,
lots of stuff to do, lots of projects that we want to tackle. And
we're not stopping.
Nope.
I have no plans. We live together, and so it's like
this is base level.
Yeah,
the sky. It's only up from here.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to what's coming in 2020.
Yeah, we're not even close to the end of the
not
year.
Even close.
Yeah,
well, we are technically. We're 11/12ths of the way there.
I can't believe it's November 17th.
I know. Time is flying when you're having fun, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm just working my ass off.
When you don't have time.
Yeah.
Time flies when you don't have time.
Dude, just to outline this, I've told you this 100 times, I know, but like I'm working a full-time job and doing school, so it's like three nights a week. That's 3-hour-long classes. Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday from 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sorry, whatever I said before. It's just, I mean, it's like I never thought I'd be the person that could wake up at like 6:50 in the morning and go until 10 p.m. at night, come home, take off those clothes, and just fucking just sit there and just think about my life. Just like that. Those are like, I mean, how long is that? From 7 in the morning is when I wake up and start to get ready and go. 15
hours.
That's 15 hours, and I do that many times a week.
Yep.
And I'm not a like.
That still gives you a cushion of 9 hours to sleep.
And I don't sleep 9 hours. I gotta chill. I gotta like wind
down.
Home
10 o'clock. You're like, oh, it's 10. I can stay up for another hour.
Yeah.
Watch a video. Watch this podcast.
Yeah.
Get a little grind in.
Yeah.
Play a game, and all right, I'm ready to go to sleep.
Yeah,
which is odd because I do the same thing. I'll get home and I'll be like, all right, 4 o'clock. I'm done with work. I got nothing to do. Grind a little bit, and I'll get till like 10 o'clock, and my eyes are just drooping.
Yeah.
And I'll try to go to sleep, and I'll go to bed. Can't really fall asleep instantly, but I'll wake up before my alarm. I'll be like up at 4:30. I'll wake up at 4:30 to check my alarm. Oh, did I miss it? No, I didn't miss it. My body's just ready to go, and that's just like what. It's odd because that was not how it was at the hospital. It was like 3 days a week, 13 hours. So I had those 4 days off to kind of just do whatever. I could sleep to whatever, but I was so physical in my job that I would sleep after my days off, or when I had that break, I would sleep till noon, and my body was just like, all right, this is how much rest I need. It's so interesting to think about that your body is ready to regulate it for you.
I'm sitting at a desk, like dog tired, but then I get home, and like my body like, you want to get up, you want to walk around, you want to like work out, but it's like I'm so tired, and it's mentally draining, and that's why I really would like to. I appreciate my job, everything's fine, everything's good with that, but this is not the life for me. This 9 to 5. I'm getting an MBA.
Yeah, imagine if you were like doing all that and you were also like a little bit of a gymophobe, or what is it called, a meathead.
Yeah,
and you were going to the gym every day.
Well, I used
you
to
would just be exhausted. You would get home and you'd be like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm going straight to bed.
No, I could not do this if this was a physically intensive like labor job. Like there's no way you could do it.
Yeah.
But I mean the whole thing, the entrepreneurship venture is like trying to get yourself out of the normal job, and you just got to make content. You got to make interesting things. We're going to cater this based on what you listening right now want.
Yeah.
We want to give that to you as long as we want to do it too. Because you and me have already decided we're never doing anything
that we don't want to
do
in our free time. And this is our free time.
It's our free time. Exactly.
And yours is kind of like, this is not about the journey, it's about the destination. Whereas,
no.
Which interestingly enough is like my motto is like it's about the journey, not the destination.
I agree with that though.
Well, I mean your grind is not about the journey. Like you're getting through your workday, you're getting through your class, and when you're done with all this kind of
for a
BS,
point.
you're get to that point, you'll be like, all right, I can kind of like kick back and check out a little bit.
I see what you mean.
Kind of get yourself back together.
It's kind of the job I've been working it for 2 years full time, but like I started this MBA program. The MBA program is definitely a destination, and the job is just a way so that it helps me pay for that.
Sure. But it still gets to put on your resume, which will enable you once you get to that point. It's, making sure that you keep that end goal in mind. So.
I'm kind of just watching myself go through it. Like, is he gonna do this? Like, and I'm sort of like watching myself wake up every morning, keep on doing it, grind all the way through, try to do real well at my job, try to do real well at school, and I'm like succeeding at it. So it's like, how long can I do this the whole program? That's gonna be cool. And at the end of it, I'll be proud of what I've done. And that's why I'm doing it. It's for that end goal. But you've highlighted some points I didn't think about. I am trying to view it like a journey, but it'll be nice when the program's over and I can. Yeah. All right, let's focus on what I want to.
Exactly.
So, wrap it up there.
Sure.
All right.
I don't have anything else to add. There's nothing worth highlighting. I don't have any great Tuesday stories. I didn't suck any dicks and didn't meet any retards.
Dude, what's the next movie? Have you
Next movie podcast? What can our viewers look forward to our next one? Or
well, I don't
surprise them and be like, hey, it's episode 6, we're gonna watch.
I don't want to say something and then like the next episode is like we don't do it for 45 episodes. But I mean,
false hope.
So let's just not even mention. Maybe Looper.
Maybe Gladiator.
Maybe Gladiator. I would like it to be Gladiator.
The Dark Knight. We got a couple nominations.
Okay.
We'll let you know at the next. What is it called? Golden Globe. The Kuhlman Golden Globes.
Can we wrap this up?
No.
All right.
I'll wrap you up.
Corey, say goodbye.
Adios, muchachos.
All right, bye.
Thanks for tuning in to episode 6.